not dissing Mary Kay, but let's say you did Mary Kay and you go out and sell a bunch of makeup products and everything. Mary Kay is still not your business. It belongs to someone else.
I think I've tried everything. I try to sell knives. I try to sell water purifiers. I was a Mary Kay consultant. Shout out to the Mary Kay consultant.
They're not concerned about the taxes at all. And Uncle Sam is going to sit in the background and they're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
But when you file your taxes at the end of the year, then that situation is going to come up.
You got to prepare for that, because it comes a season where you're actually getting tax refunds. And then it comes a season where you ain't getting no tax refunds no more.
Said I will be magnificent, I will be better than I ever been. Yeah, I will amaze me. True to myself, they can't change me.
Hello, welcome to our channel. Our names are
Daviyan Floyd.
And I'm Shavonna Floyd, and welcome to Build a Better Business with the Floyds. So we are so excited to, one, be doing this, and one, to just be talking with you. But what we're going to do is we want to just take some time to explain to you what this channel is going to be all about and what can you learn, what can you benefit from this. So we're super excited to have that conversation today. And so I'm going to pass it to my wonderful husband over here. And what we're going to talk about, let's kind of break this down a little bit for them so they can understand, like, what exactly can they expect from Build a Better Business. So there's 3 areas we're going to talk about, which is going to be...
We're going to talk about doing taxes and pretty much the basics of, having a W-2 versus having a business.
Mm-hmm. And also we're going to talk about finances. I'm a licensed financial advisor, been in the industry for a long time. My husband is a tax advisor. We have a wealth of experience. So one thing that's going to be different with us is we're not just going to be telling you things that we've learned. Of course, we are going to tell you things that we've learned, but we're not just telling you from our experience, but we're also telling you as a professional. So we've been in this industry, I would say in the financial industry as a whole, for what, like 20 years?
Yeah, that's about right. Ooh, not showing our age.
I know, I hate to say that, but we've been in this industry for a long time and we've learned a lot, and we've worked with a lot of people and we've helped a lot of people, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
even over the last 20 years, we still have people that reach out to us, thanking us for giving them advice and, encouragement and showing us where they started from and where they are now.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I mean, so we absolutely love this, and we just appreciate all the people that we've had the opportunity to work with that, trust us to give them advice. But at the end of the day, that's what we're all about. We're about helping people, we're about serving people, we're about taking care of you and showing you what to do. So Build a Better Business with the Floyds. What we're going to do, we're going to start with business, because we have a tax business, which is called Quick and Easy Tax Solutions. That is our business. We do taxes. Yes, everything. Yes. And so, but in that, we've learned a lot in that space, especially when it comes to businesses. So Build a Better Business. I mean, if you want to just share a little bit in regards to like businesses and some things that you've seen.
Well, first, I think I want to share why did we get into doing taxes, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So pretty much the way we started doing taxes, we been around, for a long time going through taxes. And your goal is always to make more money. Everybody want to get to the 6 figures mark. But what we didn't know that once you get to the 6-figure mark, it's taxes come with it. Mm-hmm. And we wasn't aware of the taxes. So every year for over 5 years, we was paying out $30,000+ a year and went to different CPAs and different firms trying to figure out how to get out that situation. And then what happened was, not only did we invest into ourselves, we figured out how to get out that situation by investing into ourselves. And what we eventually learned that it was other people that was in the same situation as we were, and they didn't have any help. So we decided to start our own business and to help other people to get out the same issue that we had. Mm-hmm. And, it's a blessing to be a blessing to others. And we had to go through that experience. So we know what it's like to go through making all this money and working hard, and then got to give half of that money to Uncle Sam.
Whew, yeah, that was actually very challenging for us because we didn't know that. We're very thankful for promotion, and we're very thankful for increase, right? And I think that's the desire of everybody. We want to, we work hard because we want to, evolve, progress. We want more, right? And so the thing that we were not prepared for was taxes, IRS. We were not prepared for that. We had no knowledge and no understanding. And so we didn't know what to do. once we moved up to a certain level of income, I mean, we were literally writing a check to the IRS every single year. And we're talking about in the 5 figures, you know? And so now we knew, okay, once we got to if we write in the IRS 5-figure checks, you know, as we continue to elevate, we know that those 5 figures is going to eventually turn to 6 figures. So what are we going to do about that? And so, yeah, we got into the tax business. But what was interesting about being in the tax business is we start working with working class, but also entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. And that was just interesting in itself. We realized that, man, there's a lot of people out there that really, really want to start a business, but they don't know all the basics to having a business. And so, you know, we feel that we are very qualified to speak to that because we have built a very successful business.
Yes.
And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are just giving you the stepping stones that you need to build a profitable business. Okay.
And then a lot of people make the mistake of they have a business that they've started, but they be like, you know what, I don't want to report this income from my business because I'm going to have to pay more taxes on it. But in all reality, W-2s get the worst tax breaks.
Yeah.
So by having a business, we're able to help you in those areas.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. I mean, literally, you know, there is things that was written, put in place in regards to having a business, laws that was written in our advantage for just having a business, things that we can be able to access, certain deductions and things like that. But a W-2 is not going to get you there. So some things that you're going to learn that we're going to teach you on this journey as you decide to listen to us. If this is the type of information that you want to hear, like you're very interested in it, I would say like and subscribe, you know, to this channel so you can be able to get the notifications as we post videos. Because we promise you we are going to provide you with great information from industry professionals and from actual working with real clients in real time. So, but let's talk about business side. So some of the things that they're going to learn from businesses from us is I think we're going to basically teach them some of the ABCs of business. Right?
So first we want to teach you the basics of a business, you know, first the things that you need to have in order, you know, bank account, you know, not money going into your business account and bank account. That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah, your personal, right?
Yeah, so, you know, we want to show you how to separate those to your business from your personal. Then it's a lot of basic things that you need to have set up in order to have a professional business. Mm-hmm. And we want to just teach you the basics. And if you apply the basics, and then we're going to take you to the next level and the next level and pretty much help you grow your business professionally. Yeah.
We want to help you build that dream business, whatever that is. You know, I know that there's many of you guys just like us. I mean, I know for myself, for many years, I wanted to start a business, but I really didn't know what that looked like. You know, it was just almost a dream, but I didn't know exactly how to do that. And it wasn't until literally we got exposure, we got exposed into an environment that actually, you know, help us to be able to see. So that's why this is so important to us to be able to give what we have learned, because we know that once you're exposed to the right type of information, it's going to make a difference, a world of a difference. So you can be able to fulfill that dream that you have, that business, that dream business, because essentially at the end of the day, I know that there's many people out there, they love their job, right? Maybe. But then I know a lot of folks that would really love to retire from their job or say goodbye to their job because they have something that they have built for themselves. And if I can just share, if you don't mind, I want to share a little of my personal testimony, right? So I've always wanted to start a business. And because I just wanted the opportunity to have the freedom to control my own schedule, pay myself whatever type of income I felt I deserve, right? And so basically, I was a 1099 independent contractor of a very large company that I was working for. And I love that because I was in control of my own schedule. I had, a lot of freedom that kind of mirrored being a business owner. But at the end of the day, I had to learn that I was not an actual business owner. I was an independent contractor I was still a 1099 employee in a sense, because they were the owners of the company. And then I just had a big, eye-opening experience, and I have to, give a big shout out to Pastor Eric Hallback, because he's the one who gave me that aha moment and made me realize that there's a significant difference between being a business owner and being a 1099, employee. When he gave me that, eye-opening moment, then I realized that, hey, I want to build something for myself. I want to build something for my family.
Yeah.
I want something that we can be proud of and that we can be able to say, hey, this is my business. This is for my children. And it's just cool, to know that you've built something that your children can be able to one day, take over and continue to carry the torch. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
And it's not like, not dissing Mary Kay, but let's say you did Mary Kay and you go out and sell a bunch of makeup products and everything. Mary Kay is still not your business. It belongs to someone else, versus like you have your own tax preparation business. You write your own clients. You don't have to consult with anybody. It's your business. So it's a difference from working for someone else's business and working for your own business.
Right. Oh, that is such a good point. That's such a good point. That's exactly the eye-opening moment that I had. Because for so long, listen, I am that girl. I think I've tried everything. I try to sell knives. I try to sell water purifiers. I was a Mary Kay consultant. Shout out to the Mary Kay consultants. I was one of them girls too. And it's funny. I wasn't even really into makeup, especially then. So it's funny, but I was just doing whatever I need to do because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Now, we're not knocking those things. I think all of those things are amazing because you have to start somewhere, right? And you will learn some business acumen from doing those things because listen, that's how I started. I learned, you learn about customer service and about, that go-getting spirit, because you have to literally go out there and get it yourself. When you work for those companies, you got to go out there and get it. So those are really good, starting places. And it's even a good starting place if you are trying to maximize on the tax side, which we'll talk about that in a moment. So there are benefits to doing that. We're not saying no, don't do that. But we just want to make sure that you understand the difference between actually having a business and, of your own. It's yours versus being a representative of someone else's business and you're like a 1099 employee but you're still able to tap into certain deductions because of that, but you're not the owner. Yes. So that was my rude awakening.
So take that business foundation from those companies and apply it to your own business.
That's right.
And that's pretty much what we're here to do. We want you to listen to our channel, want you to learn it, the knowledge that we're giving you, and we want you to apply it.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's just that simple. We're going to give it to you. So, business side, you're going to learn the A to Z, but then there's another side we're going to talk about, which is taxes. I think taxes sometimes can be confusing, right?
Yeah. And when you don't know the rules, you don't know what to expect, like when we, got to that certain level of finances, we didn't know about, maybe you should set this money aside for taxes. That money was spent. So if I'd have known that I had to keep it aside, we would have made different decisions. But,
right.
At the time we was both focusing on getting to the 6 figures. So she got to the 6 figures, I got to the 6 figures, and we was celebrating. The IRS didn't say anything to us. And then all of a sudden we file our taxes and they give us we're not getting a $5,000 return anymore. We're getting you owe $25,000.
Yeah, that's another level.
Yeah.
You got to prepare for that, because it comes a season where you're actually getting tax refunds. And then it comes a season where you ain't getting no tax refunds no more. I'm sure some of you guys are probably experiencing that like right now.
Yes.
We definitely, when we got into that season where we were no more refunds, that was almost like, what
Yeah.
was that? That was like,
It was surprising. Like, what did we do wrong? Wait a
I
minute.
know, wait a minute.
But I made more money. Why didn't I get a return?
Yeah, we we get to the point where we were looking forward to that little lottery, right? What you call it?
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that, like that five. I think the highest we got one time was like $9,000.
Yes, yes.
And boy, we were so happy to get that refund. So, but it comes a point if you really want to progress, in your finances, and you really want to make a lot of money, refunds is going to be out the door. It's not even going to be an option at that point. So now it's going to be about how to save my money that I earn from paying so much in taxes. And so we're definitely going to give you some really good nuggets, and we're going to have some great conversations around that, because taxes is important. That's part of the reason why we want to help people build better businesses, because if you can build a better business, then it's going to definitely help you with your taxes. Yeah. So, if there's anything on the top of your head, what are some things that they're going to learn from us on taxes?
Pretty much the basis is, whatever you make 6 figures or below, you're supposed to pay 10% of that to taxes. And if you don't pay 10%, you're going to owe that amount that you didn't pay. Mm-hmm. So when you have a W-2, if you make the 6 figures or below, you pay your $10,000. And then, pretty much Uncle Sam is going to thank you at the end of the year, and you're going to go your way. Uncle Sam goes his way. When you have a business, our job is to get that $10,000 back that you gave.
Yep. And show you how to do that. Just period. A lot of times, documentation, organization, and just basically making sure you understand what are your deductions, because a lot of times people, I'm sure you have too, because listen, he actually has way more tax clients than I do, right? So this is the guy. So, but for sure, one thing that I've seen just from working with people is a lot of times folks don't know what deductions they can take. So when you don't know what deductions you can take, what happens is you wind up leaving a lot of money on the table that you don't have to if you just know those things. And that's something definitely for our customers. We make sure, they know exactly, what to do. Our clients are not, blind. And if they come to us and they don't have, like they're missing certain things, next year they're going to be much better. So it's all about progression and education with us. Our customers have given us plenty of testimonials, to, attest that we're all about education. So we're going to make sure you understand what are those deductions you need to be looking out for that. And then even if you're at the point, if you need like a strategic tax plan, we have that service as well, where we can be able to help you strategize. If you know that you're coming into a lot of money in a certain year, and you know that you're going to owe the IRS a lot of money, you definitely need a tax plan. So you can be able to start planning what you're going to do, how you're going to allocate that money in the right category, so you can be able to lower your tax bill. So that's going to be important. So, and
then surprisingly, a lot of times when people know, hey, I got a $20,000 bonus, I got a $35,000 bonus, I got a $5,000 bonus, the last thing they're thinking about is how much taxes am I going to have to pay on this? Yeah. All they're looking at is like, all right, I got this bonus, I'm going to buy this new car that I've been looking at. They're not concerned about the taxes at all. And Uncle Sam is going to sit in the background, and they're not going to say anything. Yeah. But when you file your taxes at the end of the year, then that situation is going to come up. Hey, you got $30,000 more than you got last year. So here's your new tax bracket that you're in. Mm-hmm. And while you're driving around in your new Lexus, that's going to be the last thing, you're going to be like, oh man, I wish I'd have known that before I invested in this new car right here.
Right. Yeah. And that's a whole nother story, because we see it all the time, especially if you're a W-2 employee and you get bonuses, on your job. You're definitely going to owe. I would say probably at least 35% of that is going to go to the IRS. So there's things that you need to be prepared for and how to do that. And so the advantages of understanding taxes, deductions that you're entitled to, what are some things that you can expect understanding the basic things like your standard deduction, the child credits, all the different things that you could be entitled to. And then how can we get into saving more money? That whole transition, we definitely want to help you with all of that and understanding just those essential things that we need. Because
or you could be like us. You'd be like, man, I'm paying all of this money every single year. Surely it's something I can do with all of this money versus just giving it to Uncle Sam every year. I know it's a better way out there.
Yeah.
And we're here to show you that better way.
Yeah, it definitely. We've, like I said, it was a major pain point for us. And it doesn't feel good when you're doing something and you don't understand why. And then you don't know what you can do about it. We've been there, and it just, it was just frustrating. And so, but we decided to do something. But what we want to encourage you, this may not be your thing. You know, taxes, finances, numbers. This is something that we've been a part of for a long time. So this is our thing. But we want to know, we want to let you know that that's what we're here for. Okay.
And I use 1 year, just sharing 1 year if it's okay. We pay $25,000 in taxes. And then whenever my roof needed replacing on my house, I end up owing $13,000. So I could have easily, if I would have known better, took that $25,000 and applied it towards my $13,000 roof and kept that extra money.
Right. Yeah. Just something. And and that's just a small example. We've owed way more than that. Yeah. We probably, once it got higher than that, we didn't know what was going on. Like, what is going on here? Like,
do I pay my house off or pay my taxes?
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And then I think what we should do, we never took the opportunity to tell them a little bit about our background. Okay. So
I said ladies first.
Oh, yeah. He knows I'm the talker, right? I'm the, so a little bit about me. So, I've been literally in the financial industry. I've done various roles in this industry, starting from being a licensed insurance agent, from being a financial representative at one time. And then I actually worked in banking for a while. I was a branch manager for one of the largest credit unions in the world. And then transitioned from banking, went into the advisory side for finances. I became a licensed financial advisor, and I served in that capacity for many years. I won many awards as a financial advisor, as being a top producing advisor, number one in my company for many years that I worked for. And then once I got the revelation that I was building something but owning nothing, that's when I decided to retire early from my career as a financial advisor, literally leaving a very lucrative career to build my own business. And then out of that, we created our own company, which is called Quick and Easy Tax Solutions, which is our tax company that we own. And we literally built that one from the ground up in probably, I can say, 24 weeks, literally over hundreds of clients and generated a whole lot of income. So that's why I say it's never, don't despise small beginnings, because if you're doing things that is building you up, learning you the basics that you need, then that's perfect, because that's exactly how I started. So that's a little bit about me. And so my husband, he can tell you about himself.
I can't go behind that. Mine is easy.
He said ladies first, so that's his fault.
Mine is easy. So pretty much, I joined the military 3 months after high school at 18, and did 21 years in the military. I was a engineer, air traffic controller, signal officer. And it was a long journey, met a lot of good people, which are currently our clients. So I won't, despise that at all. We've learned a lot, met a lot of good people, moved around a lot. Yeah. As we moved around, we bought properties that we currently still own. And that's pretty much been another part of our portfolio. And, it's just been a blessing. Me and my wife, we've been married for 21 years now. Ooh. Well, 20 years now. 20 years we've been married. And, so we've grown everything that we have together. Mm-hmm. I always tell her my life didn't start until I met her. So everything we have all started when we came together, bond, including this business here. So we're just here to share what we've learned. And we ask that you do the same thing, listen, learn it, apply it.
See, my husband is so modest. So 21-year vet. I know you heard him say that, but he's just so modest. He's very modest, right? 21-year vet. He retired as an officer in the Army, right? and he has served in various capacities in the military where he was responsible, where he was running things like a company in the military, right? So he ain't sharing all of that. This dude has physical stamina. He was always like one of the standouts when it came to the physical elements, on their PT. He was always this is a standout brother right here, but he's very modest and very humble. But then he transitioned when he retired from the military. I got to give my baby his props. I'm sorry. When he retired from the military, he literally became an entrepreneur. Of course, he did some things, previous. He did some government work. He worked as a contractor of the government, and then he literally transitioned from that and became a business owner. He did what he needed to do. We both did. Yeah. Learned how to, get into how to build a tax business, got the the certifications, qualifications we needed. And now we're both tax advisors. So now I just had to say that because, he ain't gonna tell you like that. So I got to tell you this is my baby right here. So I'm very proud. So, but anyway, so that's who we are. We're the Floyds.
Yes.
We're going to be here. We're going to teach you how to build a better business. So we talked about business. We talked about taxes. But the third component of the conversations we're going to be having is going to be on finances. So now, finances.
Man, where do we start with finances?
Finances. Oh.
So even though it's your lane, I've been here for 10 years with
it's his lane
going through
now.
her. All finances start with a budget.
Yes.
A lot of times people like, I want to be here and I want to make this amount and I want to save this amount and I want to, be at this level in 10 years. And you be like, well, how much debt do you have? I'm like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So you can't, pretty much tell where you want to be at if you don't know where you currently are.
Right.
And that all starts with a budget. It helps us to see where you are and what you need to do to get out that situation.
Right. And there's cool things, there's so many cool things. Budgeting is kind of in my opinion, the foundation because you have to know where you are financially. That's all a budget does. It shows you where you are. Are you in the red? Are you in the black? And then once you see where you are, then you can know what you can strategically plan for your next step financially. Okay. But finances is also about goal setting. It's about planning and it's about being strategic. And so me as a financial advisor, that's what I have worked with. I can say probably thousands of people at this point where, we have looked at how to basically build your dreams, your goals financially. What is it? How do you see yourself at 59 and a half or 60 or at 40, or at 50? Where do you see yourself? One thing that I've always told people, this is something that I share with my clients. I say, okay, what will your 60-year-old self say about you, at your 30th? So I always tell, especially young people, I say, you want to think about 60-year-old you. What is 60-year-old you going to say? Okay, is 60-year-old you gonna be like, I'm so glad I made these decisions when I was younger? Or is 60-year-old you gonna be like, dang man, I wish, I wish I would have known better. I wish I would have did better. Oh my God, I blew so much money. So you have to literally think about that. You have to kind of forecast yourself way out there into the future and think about your future self. That can come with, dreaming, visualizing, goal setting, whatever.
And I'll piggyback off of that. I use, for example, I was 23 in the military and I got a $20,000 bonus. That bonus, $20,000 lasted 3 months. And after the $20,000 was gone, I still had a car note, still owed money on my rims, still owed money on my 15 speakers in the back. And I had nothing to show for it but a Seiko watch. And in 3 months, somebody stole my watch. So I wish my 23-year-old self would have been thinking about my 60-year-old self. I'm pretty sure I would have made different decisions with that money. And that happens so much in the military. You, like I said, with doing 21 years in the military, you see people in the military, they get promoted, they make an extra $500 a month. Next thing you know, they're making $1,000 a month. And 20 years later, they're not thinking about retirement. They're not thinking about, man, what can I be doing with this money along the way so that when I retire, I don't have to work. So they buy all of the things that they want while they're in the military. And then when they retire, then they don't have anything to show for it. No savings, no investment, no real estate. And they was like, man, I've been doing this for 20, 30, some 30 plus years, and I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
But with Shavonna being a financial advisor, it's never too late to start.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so we're here to show you from wherever you are, it's still a chance to, you know, get to where you're trying to be. It's never too late to start.
It's never
Obviously,
too late.
the sooner you start, the better you'll be, the less harder you'll have to work. But, you know, we're pretty much here to help you get to those goals.
Yeah, it is. It's never too late. I literally have a great client who can give you an awesome story just in regards to that. And I can just share a little bit. She said, she always say, man, I started so late in life. But she is a great example of it's never too late. She actually didn't start investing, you know, like just like in regular investment accounts, retirement accounts, things like that. But she didn't start investing until she was 40 years old. And she's older. She's like 60, I believe 67. But this lady is a multi-millionaire. And I'm not talking about multi-millionaire because she had like these lucrative businesses and things of that nature. No, she basically was just she had a plan at 40 years old, and she started putting money away and investing and maxing things out. And she consistently did it year over year over year. That money grew and compounded. And now she's sitting very pretty, you know, in her later years. And she's very happy. But she said, man, she's like, she is one to tell you that she started very, very late and in the game. But she's a multimillionaire, and she has money. She has streams of income and money to live off for the rest of her life. So that's the kind of conversations we want to have, and just kind of teach you what are the things that you can be able to do to make sure you're securing your future. How are you going to bring in those multiple streams of income? Because at the end of the day, you know, it starts with a budget. And then you continue on. You got to have goals, and you have to have a plan, and you have to know what you want. You have to forecast in the future and see where you want to be. And then you have to start taking action and doing that. But you need to know how to do that. What vehicles can you use to do that? So we'll have those conversations, and we'll definitely be able to help them not only just build a better business with the Floyds, you know, but they're going to learn a lot from us. So,
yep. So again, listen, learn it, apply it.
yes. Especially if we give it away for free. Come on. So yes. So you know what? We just want to say thank you so much for listening. Just be excited. But go ahead, like we said, like and subscribe so you can be able to get the notifications when we are posting these new videos. Because we don't want you to miss this information. Share it with folks.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. If this is good advice, something that you need, or something that you think somebody else needs, share it. It's free.
Share it. Yeah, share it. It's free. So it don't hurt to share. Sharing is caring. And we are blessed to be a blessing. So we are going to say until next time, we look forward to talking with you guys and sharing some great information. So, all right.
All right. So listen, learn it, apply it.
That's right. All right. Bye.
I will be, yeah. I was born to be magnificent, everyday great, far above average, maverick, no magic. His faith and works, his blessings, the perks.